Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, whichever it may be for you. Today for me is a celebration of life in both ways, in all ways. It's my sister's mum's birthday today. So happy birthday, Wendy. So we're celebrating her birthday. And today, my best friend's mum passed away. So I'll be celebrating her life as well. So here's to celebrating your life, Laura. She would have been 85 in 10 days' time. She was fighting as hard as she could to get to 85 years old. She just missed it. Close though. She was a fighter and a half. She's taught me how to fight. Yeah. So a very interesting day today. Both spectrums of life. Both spectrums of how we feel about life. So, yeah, interesting day. I'm a bit odd anyway, because death for me isn't death. We don't die. Our physical body dies, but that's not us. That's just an idea of us. It's not us. So, yeah. Sometimes I speak to whoever I speak to, my friends or just people, random people I may come across, and I'll speak about death. It's just such a different idea to how most people perceive life and death. Most people have so much fear around death. But for me, death is life. So, yeah. And I really like seeing it the way I see it, because it's an appreciation of life, all life, energy life, human life, any life. It's all important, it's all relevant, it's all needed, and it's all connected. The best thing about it is all connected. My name is Bridgitte. I'm an intuitive energy healer. I'm from the UK. I live in Spain. Today, guys, I have to tell you, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. I didn't. I did not want to get out of bed this morning. It was hard work. My husband got out of bed before the alarm even went off. And I was like, yeah, no, that's not happening. I'll wait for the alarm. So I waited for the alarm. And it went off. I still wasn't ready. But I was like, well, regardless of whether you're ready or not, we're going. So let's go. So I got up. Well, I didn't get up. I put my exercise clothes on. I made my bed. And then went outside into our garden to start my exercises. Yeah. I did the exercises. We start with one stretching thing. The first maybe 5 minutes is this stretching exercises. And we did that. And I struggled just to do the stretching. It was like, what's going on? Woo! Today, my body's not feeling it. It's not feeling it at all. Happened to my husband and my friend today that I walk with. But I couldn't even do the stretching well. I did it. But I mean, the amount that I was meant to do, or it was impossible to do well, this morning it was an impossibility. It's not impossible to do because I do it every morning. But this morning it was impossible. My body was like, no, we're not doing this. I'm going to give you some of me, but I'm tired. That's what my body was saying. So what does my husband do? We've just finished the stretching exercises, and yesterday we did this 10-minute exercise, but it was 10 minutes and the idea was that we'll finish quicker, which we did finish quicker because it was 10 minutes. But whoa, it was some intense 10 minutes. It was so intense. So this morning, after the fact that I'm not even doing the stretches well, I'm there thinking, he's going to put something nice on today. He's going to put something, because every day, generally, we do something different every day. So he's going to put something nice on today, something that I can take my time with, something that I'm not jumping up and down all over the place, and something a bit flojito for me, a bit smoothly, nicely, gently. It came to me in Spanish. I couldn't think of how to translate it. Gently. And come on. I was like, what's he put on here? But I did it. Well, actually, the first thing I didn't do, I hadn't recovered from the stretches. So the very first thing I didn't actually, I think it was squat jumps. Squat jumps. It was like, God, we're starting with the, oh, God, please help me. Please help me. So I managed to make my way through the 10 minutes. I made my way through it. And I felt so proud. I actually made a video about it because I felt so proud of myself. Actually, the commitment that I'm bringing to myself, because that's what this is about. Despite whether I don't want to do it or not, we're committed to self. The same way I'm committed to my marriage, or the same way I'm committed to my children, or committed to whatever. I'm committed to self. I'm committed to having a healthy body, healthy mind, healthy soul, healthy emotions. I'm committed to creating that. And part of that is to have a healthy body. When we have a healthy body, we feel healthy. When we do exercise, it releases the good endorphins or good chemicals within our body, and it feels good. So if I don't do these exercises because I don't want to do them, am I going to feel good after it? I know I'm not feeling good now before I've done it. But if I don't do them, am I going to feel good? I'm not going to feel good. There's going to be an annoyance because I've not done it. And this is the commitment to self. So I need to push myself to do, not need. I don't like the word need. So I will push myself to do it. And also, it's like I said, my body was tired. So although I did it, it wasn't to the same degree that I'm able to do it every day. I don't know about men. My husband, he seems to always be able to do the same things. But for me as a woman, and I think it may be a woman thing, I don't know, you can tell me, you can enlighten me. But as a woman that still has a menstrual cycle, it definitely influences my exercise. I know I'm around a week away before that time, and this is the most difficult time for me. My body is at its lowest. It feels tired. It wants to rest. I think that what happens with it is it knows it's got this thing that's coming, and that's going to take a lot of energy. So it wants to give me as much energy for this week so that we can get through next week smoothly and nicely. I don't know what it is. I'm just talking. But there is definitely differences in within a month of how well I'm able to do the exercises. 2 weeks after I've finished, whoa, don't come mess with me. Yeah, I can do everything. I am on fire. I feel like a superhero. Everything I'm able to do, and for the time, and well done me, well done me. But this morning was not one of them days that I was able to do everything. It was one of them days that I felt like I didn't actually do a lot. But still, well done me, because I could have done nothing. So, in continuation from this exercise, I went back to bed. I put something on the TV. I put a video on YouTube. I do that every morning. I put a video on YouTube that is a motivational video talking about life, or talking about change, talking about self-awareness, self-empowerment, something like that, something motivational, inspirational. So initially I decided that I wanted to listen to it. And every morning I've been doing this for a few months now. And I was like, yeah, I do want to listen to this, but I'm going to make everybody listen to this. I'm going to force everybody in my house to listen to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on loud, because they're all getting ready to go to school. So I'm going to put it on loud so that everybody can hear it in the house. And then I go back to bed and I listen to it while I'm lying down in bed. And then the alarm goes off for me to, for the kids to get ready. And we have like loads of alarms in the morning, so that they have the alarms to bother them and get them ready, rather than me having to speak and get them ready. And so I heard the alarm for me to get up. So I got up, And then I did, I have some affirmations that I do in the mornings. And they're actually money affirmations. Let me be specific. They're money affirmation. I don't know that they're actually affirmation, but they're kind of. They're ways of believing around money that promote money, that promote your being able to receive money. And I'm somebody that's coming from a very traumatized idea of money. I'm a bit like a monk. For me, it's kind of like, why do we need it? I don't really get it. I like it. I love it actually when we've got it, and it's I'm able to go and get this and get the, oh, that's nice. It's really nice. But if I'm not able to do them things, my life is nice as well. So it's like there's not that much importance in it for me. I know for most people is a lot, but it's really, so I do these sentences that help just with my own beliefs around money, my own beliefs around being able to receive, being able to be open to receiving, being able to work with the subconscious beliefs that I've had since for a long time. So I did that. Sometimes my youngest daughter does it with me. Well, sometimes my husband does it with me as well. Today it was me. And then I went on my walk. Oh gosh, guys. It was spectacular. It was so gorgeous. Everything about it was gorgeous. I made this little video as I walked up the road to meet my friend about how hard it was to get up to do the exercise. I made this little video. And I met my friend at the end of the road, and then we went on this walk. And initially, the sky was kind of purpley and pinkish. But as we walked along, we were walking, and it was just getting more and more beautiful as we were going. It was somebody, I actually posted some pictures, and somebody commented, I have to check what they commented. It was such a beautiful way of explaining it. I was like, definitely, that's an amazing way to explain it. They wrote, the sky felt like a masterpiece in motion. This is so poetic. The sky felt like a masterpiece in motion. And that's exactly what it felt. It was just stunning. My pictures were rubbish compared to what I could see. They were rubbish pictures. But it was so beautiful, and the pictures are really nice. The pictures are really, really nice. But I mean, compared to what I was seeing, I was like, I'm still so in love. I was walking along, and I was, saying to my friend, I feel so full. It was just this. And we kept stopping to just look at it. And we stood there with our arms open, just receiving this amazingness that we had been blessed with this morning. Oh, it's for me, Monse, it's for me. This sky is just for us. It's just for us. It was super nice. It was, yeah, I have no other words. It was so beautiful. And when I left the house, my body was tired. It was still tired. It knew it had to go on the walk. It was going on a walk, but it was tired. But by the time I was halfway through my walk, I was there jumping around because I kept stopping to take pictures, and my friend was in a bit of a rush. She kept leaving me. And then I would run back to her. I hate running. I hate running. But I would run back to her because getting the picture was more important than staying with her. So then I'd run back to her, and my whole body had forgotten that, nope, we're tired. We're not into this today. We're not interested in this today. It had completely transformed to being like, woo! And I was at a rave. Come on, let's go. It was just, whoa. I was full. I couldn't have been fuller. By the time I got home, it was just like, oh. Yeah, So that was my morning so far. And then about an hour after I got home, I found out about my friend's mum passing, my best friend's mum. I've known this lady. So we moved into the estate that we lived in when we were 18 months old. So I've known my best friend since I was 18 months old. I've known her longer than my little brother that's 2 years younger than me. And her mum, obviously, I've known as long as her. So, yeah, it's a very long time knowing someone, seeing someone change. And I mean, for her, it must be very different as well because we were children. I was a baby and I've grown to become an adult, a woman, a mother, a wife. She's seen everything. So, and she also has children. She has my best friend. So she has children, she has grandchildren. And recently, almost a year ago, she had a great grandchild. So it's like she's lived such a beautiful life. She had so much growth in that life. She's seen so much growth in that life. It's just a beautiful thing to have been part of her life, to experienced her life and to have known her. Yeah. Really, really, really nice. So I come on Monday to Friday. I'm changing it next week, guys. I'm changing it already. Mondays to Fridays, I've been coming on to do these lives. And I'm on generally for an hour. But I decided, because I can, that on Tuesdays and Thursdays, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a pick a card reading and post that. And then a Monday, Wednesday and Friday, I will do these live readings. But Tuesday and Thursdays will be pick a card readings rather than the live readings, so that there's always a reading that's being put out there for those of you that feel you really need it. Good morning. Hello. How are you? Welcome. Nice of you to be here with me. I was chatting about my morning. They don't want to hear about my morning. I've already spoken about my morning. So, guys, I came here to do some free live readings. At the moment, there's no one here. So what I'm going to do is I am going to do a collective reading for you all. And let's see how that goes. So, a collective reading. May this reading be for the highest good of the collective. May you receive the information you need and may be open to receiving it. These cards are my own cards, energy animal cards, based on the energy animals that I see. Yeah, let's come to you. May this reading be for the highest good of the collective. May you receive the information you need and may be open to receiving it. All right. I want a couple of calabash messages as well. Good morning. I'm here to do readings. At this moment, I'm going to do a collective reading for everybody. But if you're interested in the reading, let me know and I can come to you after. May this reading be for the highest good of the collective. May you receive. Let's try and get one of these chimes. The information you need and may be open to receiving it. Oh, we got 2 chimes again today. Wow. This 22222. This week I've pulled out 2 chimes twice. This is the second time. And the first time it had the 4-leaf clover as well and a dolphin. And this time it's got 4-leaf clover and a champagne. It's like, que suerte. Wow. That's like there's some good things going on here. All right, so let's turn the card that we can see and then, or talk about the card that we can see and then see what everything else is saying. So we have the Jack of Diamonds. The Jack of Diamonds tells me that you are somebody that is a great inspiration to other people. You are somebody that inspires, motivates, empowers, uplifts. You're a cheerleader for other people. You're very kind. You're very compassionate, very considerate of other people. The Jack is somebody that, the Jack is a light worker, and it's somebody that offers all of this encouragement to others because it's somebody that experienced a lack of it as they were growing up. So as they were growing up, they were like, nobody's going to, I'm never going to make somebody feel like that. I didn't like the way that it felt, and it pushes you to become this person that gives compliments over criticism, gives praise over criticism. The Jack is somebody that, as much as they have the most beautiful heart and offer it so winningly and givingly, is that a word? It doesn't matter. The thing about the Jack is that it really struggles to give that love to self. It doesn't believe that it's worthy, doesn't believe that it's good enough, doesn't believe that it's deserving, doesn't believe that the message for the Jack is know your worth. So it's all about you believing in who you are, what you're about, believing in you being able to receive. Something about you as well is that you'll enjoy giving, and giving to you is part of you. It's who you are. It's like for the Queen, she's the carer. She cares for everybody, but for you, you give to everybody. So the giving you're very good at, and you get a lot of pleasure from giving. Receiving, not so good at, because you don't believe you deserve to be receiving, that you're good enough to be able to receive this. If somebody gives you a compliment, it's like, who are they talking? Are they talking to me? Are they talking about me? It's a bit like that. So with the Jack, it's about you giving yourself what you give other people. That encouragement, that love, that compassion that you give to other people, it's time for you to start giving that to yourself. And this is around career and finance. It's very interesting because I share lots of things, but there's some things I don't share. But in this particular live that I'm on now, I was speaking about something I've not spoken about before. Hey, Emily, I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing? Yeah, I spoke about something I've not spoken about before, which was these money statements to create a better idea within self-beliefs around money. And that's what this is. That's exactly what this is. Around career and finance, it's like you will go after the job that you won't put yourself out there to go after a job that you don't believe that you'll get because you're not good enough to get it. But you're very likely to get that same job that you don't think you're likely to get. And it's about you putting yourself out there, for you encouraging yourself to put yourself out there so that you can receive what it is that you're looking for. And be open to receiving, because that's the problem with the Jack. Doesn't like to receive. So the fact that this is the Jack, and I've said it's the one that is giving, and it has to work on being able to receive. We have the 4-leaf clover and a champagne. This is celebration. This is luck. This is something coming, which is really nice. I do feel that you're working on your self-belief at the moment as well, because the Jack for me is a 1. It's a self-belief that you have about yourself. It's been a self-belief that you're not good enough. But when it comes out, I feel that you're working on that self-belief. We have the Two of Spades. The Two of Spades is a message of love is all around. So what it tells me is that at the moment you're feeling a bit down. At the moment I'm doing a collective reading, Emily. This kind of question, though, I'll touch on it later. The Two is somebody that feels withdrawn, somebody that feels depressed, somebody that feels lonely. They don't feel connected to anybody. They don't feel like they're loved. They don't feel supported. So the Two is that feeling when it's in low energy. But like I said, the message for the Two is love is all around. So the love is all around is truth. This energy of being withdrawn and not connected is how you're feeling at the moment. But it is a moment. It's a moment. And sometimes what happens is we can have a down day, or even a down week or a down month. You can have a down period of your time. But it's not really to look at that downtime as, but this is going to last forever, because it's not going to last forever. Sometimes it can feel like that, but it's never going to last forever. Everything is always changing. Everything is always evolving. And we see that with the 6 on this. There's 6 spades on this card. The 6 is a message of planting seeds. So even when we're not feeling loved and supported, we're still able to create more in our lives, to expand within our lives. The 2 is about making that connection with source, because the reason that you don't feel loved or supported is because you're looking for that from people around you. You're working on something. Maybe it's this self-belief that you're working on, or something that you deserve a reward for. But there's something that you've been working on, and because the people around you are not supporting you, it's leading to this feeling of, well, not supporting you in the way you would want them to, maybe, because it's not that they're not supporting you, maybe just not in the way you would like. So the 2 is about you giving yourself that support, you giving yourself that feeling of being loved, because you are love. That feeling of love is what we are. When we're removed from that feeling, that's when things feel like low vibrational too. So the trick for the 2 is create them connections. Observe the things around you, or pay attention to the things around you. When we're feeling low, we don't generally pay attention to a lot, but we also have choice whether to pay attention or not to, whether to put energy into this or this. We always have that choice. So this is asking with the 6 to plant seeds towards putting energy into creating that feeling of love. That feeling of being love, because you are love. Let's see what the other ones say. I want you to be able to see them. There they are. The 2 of Clubs. This is interesting because I noticed straight away this had 4 diamonds on it. And now we've got 4. 2 of Clubs. It's the same message around depression. This is a personal growth. The clubs for me are personal growth. I've been saying it since the Jack. It definitely feels like something that you're working on. It definitely does feel like that. And maybe because of the inner bully, sorry, it's speaking. Let's say you decided to make a decision to be more loving to self, to put a bit more attention into self, nurturing of self. And you made that decision. That would be the 4, making that decision. But when we're not getting the acknowledgement sometimes, when we're not getting the support, when we're not, and that is not necessarily from other people for you, because that would be the Queen for me. She needs validation. You don't really need validation as the Jack. You do need validation. I lie. You don't need exterior validation like the Queen does. You need your own validation to give it to yourself. That's what your job is, to give it to yourself. It's everybody's job, actually, but the Queen struggles with it. The Jack struggles with being nice to self because it's a bully. So it's all about you being able to learn to give that love and nurture to self, which would be the 6, the nurturing of these seeds. And to self is the nurturing of these seeds to create that love, to connect to that love. It's not even to create it because it's always there. It's to connect to it. And that 4 is like you made a decision, but you're bullying yourself at the moment with, yeah, but I keep bullying myself, and yeah, but I didn't do this right, and I was meant to do it like this, I was meant to do this, and I didn't do this, I was meant to meditate, I didn't do it, I was meant to do this, I didn't do it. It's just like constantly telling yourself off about what you're not doing and not congratulating yourself for what you are doing. And this is work. It's definitely work. The 10 of Diamonds, this is around work as well, career and finance. So the 10 of Diamonds is a message of would I, should I, could I? It's a message of ebbing and flowing. Oh, this feels so beautiful. This is like, there's so much exciting things on your path, but you have to make the choice that it's going to work for you. You have to believe in your abilities and your worthiness and your enoughness and your amazingness, that you're able to achieve what it is you're looking to achieve. The 10 of Diamonds is you have a big desire. It will be around career and finance. Career and finance is an interesting one as well, though, because I mean, career finance could be buying a house. It could be a job. It could be buying a car. It could be I had like 7 examples before. I can't think of anything at the moment. My brain went off. I'm off. All right. So the 10 is, so you have this big desire. You really want this big desire. You thought about it, dreamt about it, fantasized about it, daydreamed about it. It's always on your mind. But at the same time as it being always on your mind, every time you think about it, you're what ifing. But what if I fail? But what if I get rejected? Because that's the emotions of the 10. If I fail, if I'm rejected. And that makes sense for the Jack, because the Jack doesn't believe it's worthy enough. So the idea of being rejected or it failing is really strong for somebody like you coming from the Jack, because there isn't that self-belief. So that what ifs, what if this happens, and what if this happens, and what if can go in negatives forever, but it could also go in positives forever. And you've got 2 6s here. These 2 2s have six clubs and 6 spades on them. So it's a big message of plant the seeds that you're wanting to nurture and grow, and put that energy into those seeds of I am worthy, I am good enough, I've got this, I'm flowing. I'm flowing. I feel good about where I'm going. And if it works, great. If it doesn't work, great. Because either way, I know I've learnt something really crucial at this moment, or as I'm going on my path, to help me for when I am ready to fully indulge in this thing. But little by little by little. But if you don't take any step, then that's like that for me is failure, because there is no growth in that place. There is no feeling good about yourself, because you've not moved towards the thing that you want. It's like it doesn't help you to feel worthy, because you're not moving towards what you want. It's not helping you to feel empowered, because you're not moving towards what you want. It's always about you not moving towards what you want because of fear of you not being good enough, about moving towards where you want to move to. So you working on how you feel about self will go a long way for you. There you go. The Basset Hound Dog facelift is needed. Facelift is needed. Look what he's walking into. His nose is there sniffing it. Sniffing it. All that green, that's love. And I love that he's got green in his ears as well. Because there's not a lot of green within him, but look, green. Taking that step, that's the only part that's green, isn't it? That one, them 2 feet in the front. Walking in love, listening to love, smelling love, seeing love, being love. And all this yellow in the head, I feel is the inner bully. The yellow for me is about, it's about how we view our physical self. That's what yellow signifies for me, how we view our physical self. So there would have been things in the past that you haven't liked about yourself. You haven't liked about your physical body. Your nose is too big, you're too fat, too skinny, your hair, you don't like your hair, it's too curly, too straight. It's like, we're never happy with what we have. I want curly hair, my kids want straight hair. It's like, we're never happy with what we have. But this is about, the facelift needed is about that shift. And that's what I feel you're experiencing, this shift of how you are giving to self. It's a really big one for you as well. I feel that you criticize self a lot because, like I say, you're coming from a place that's full of criticism. So you criticize yourself a lot because no one's going to criticize me anymore. Their words have no effect. I'll do the worst to myself so that nobody else matters, kind of, almost. But it still matters. And then what you're telling yourself is constant because you can't get away from yourself. So it's about now speaking to yourself, listening to the love, because there's not only a negative voice in any of us. We all have the contrast, the positive and the negative. That's what we're here to experience, positive and negative. And every choice that we're making it through positive or negative, everything. So the Basset Hound Dog is about creating that for yourself, doing the things that you enjoy. Facelift is needed is that you're not very happy with the way things have been looking. Start making the changes to create the change, because everything starts within you. Changes within you create changes outside of you. So it's not that you need a facelift and you need to go, it's not that. It's not that. It's not that at all. Hey Adriana, how you doing today? I am doing a collective reading at the moment. We have a name. The name is Ron, Alzheimer's dementia, it says. So there is someone that is with you that is from the other side. There's someone around you that is from the other side that passed from dementia or Alzheimer's. That person wants you to know that they're there. Generally, when a 2 comes out, even 1, 2, when a 2 comes, actually the first 2 you had was spirit. Now you've got 2 2s. So this is like, for me, it's like spirit, spirit, spirit. That's what it feels like. So 2 for me is connecting to spirit. It's about spirit being around you. It's a bit like the number 33. It's being around you, being with you. It's interesting because there's 2 2 on my screen as well. So yeah, this person wants you to know specifically that they're here. They're here. It all sounds so interesting. Yeah, I'm doing a collective reading today. There was no one here, so I was like, you know what I'm going to do for everybody, because I mean, I'm here. I don't want to waste this moment. So, oh, I just ripped it. Oh, God. Oh, what could that mean? It's been folded so many times. We have the song, Lauryn Hill. From Lauryn Hill, is called Zion. The song Zion always makes me think of the number 10. Because it's got that element of unsurety in it. The song Zion, how does it go? Unsure what the balance held. I touched my belly, overwhelmed by what I had been chosen to perform. Then an angel came one day, told me to kneel down and pray, for unto me a man-child would be born. Though this crazy circumstance, I knew this life deserved a chance, but everybody told me to be smart. Look at your career, they said, Lauren, baby, use your head. But instead I chose to use my heart. Now the joy of my world is in Zion. I love that song. It was one of my favourite songs years ago. I love that song. And it's so powerful. And it's not, she's singing about her child. She got pregnant. And I mean, she was in her element at that time. She was, well, she's always big, but she was in her element at that time. She got pregnant and everybody told her to be smart. Look at your career, they said. Use your head. But she chose to use her heart. And that's what the 10 is about. Like I said, it's an ebb and flow. So the 10 is this big desire you have. So hers, let's say, was this child. And the desire was so strong that she used her heart to move with this, rather than using her head of, this is not the right time, maybe I shouldn't do it now, It's really understanding what's important to you and moving with that without fear. Trusting in what you feel, regardless of what anybody else thinks about it, because they're not living your life. Ooh, I like this. You've got a light worker here with a jack. And then we also have the king. In positive, the king shares. In negatives, the king hides. So what this tells me, especially because it's with the jack, because they're both light workers. The jack, queen, king for me are light workers. So the jack is the giver. King is sharing is giving as well, no? But sounds like growth, yeah. So the sharing, the king is somebody that shares. It's somebody that shares wisdom. You've been here many lifetimes. You've been here and experienced many things. You've experienced many emotions, many thoughts, not just this lifetime, but many lifetimes. And that has given you the wisdom and the ability to share and understand what you understand, what you know. The thing with the king is, next to the jack, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe, it's a bit like me sitting here. I understand the jack fully because I'm coming from a jack. I'm coming from the queen. I'm coming from all the numbers. The numbers are very related to who I am as a person, who I've been and who I am. So the jack, like I explained, is somebody that just constantly bullies themselves. So if I'm constantly telling myself, no, I can't do that. I can't sit in front of people and talk to people. How am I going to share? I can't do that. I can't do that. As much as my heart wants me to do it, my ego is like, yeah, that's not happening. It took me actually 2 years to start doing live readings. I started on the computer and typed all the time. The actual idea of doing a live was extremely terrifying because it's like, but people will see me. I'll have to speak. And I'm not a public speaker. I've never been a public speaker. I didn't even speak at my own wedding and that's with people that I loved, and there wasn't that many people there, but still it was a struggle to speak. I didn't speak. I spoke to the people individually, but when it was time to like have what do you call them? A speech. When it was time for the spitting, my husband went to do his speech, and then I told the MC, yeah, I'm gonna do one. But because I didn't do it straight away, by the time my husband finished doing his, I talked myself out of it. So I went into hiding instead of sharing. So my own personal experience to get from this to get from the sharing, the hiding to the sharing, is to deal with the jack. And that is just on what you're telling yourself. It's that you know a lot. Stop doubting what you know. Stop doubting the wisdom you have, the knowledge you have, the experiences that you've had that have taught you so many vital things for this lifetime, not just for you and healing you, but being able to help other people in their lifetime as well, in this lifetime, and being able to share what you know so that it encourages and empowers other people to know that they too can do this. But if you're hiding, then that's not really possible. And the thing is as well that we're always changing. So if you're hiding today, it doesn't mean you're going to be hiding in a year. It just depends on how much work you do to promote yourself, to nurture self. And that's what it's always about, nurturing self. This is really interesting because we've got 2, and then we have a mouse. I am versatile. The mouse for me is somebody that suffers from depression. The 2 is somebody that suffers from depression. You got 2 2s and a mouse. So I definitely feel that you're somebody that struggles with your emotions, somebody that struggles with the experiences that you've had and dealing with these emotions that you experience. The best way, because 2 keeps coming out for you and it's all over my screen as well, is to connect to source energy. Stop looking for that connection from somebody else. Stop looking for that love from somebody else, because that love is you. The amount of love that you want to feel from somebody else will be very hard for you to get from somebody else. So it's about you connecting to that love yourself, because you are love. So you connecting to your own self-love so that can start lifting you up. And little by little, the more you do that, the more lifted you feel. It is a process. The koala bear, under pressure, falling down on me. The koala bear makes me feel that at the moment you're not particularly feeling like you want to do anything, which makes sense with the 2s, because that's generally how we feel. And when we don't feel good and we feel low, we don't really want to do anything. But the under pressure is coming from the bully again, the inner bully with the jack. Under pressure is what you're putting on yourself to be someone different, because that's what this feels like, to do things differently. We don't have the Queen here. Queen didn't come out today. Queen keeps coming out though, but not today. But yeah, under pressure, I feel, is what you put on yourself when you feel that you're not doing enough. Because you're so giving and kind, you're always wanting to do things for other people. Slightly different to the Queen, because the Queen, she always wants to care and help, but you want to give. It's a bit different. And you'll always give. If you don't have anything, let's say you had £5 in your pocket and somebody stopped you in the street and said, please, can you help me? I need to get here, and I need to buy something to eat because I've not eaten in days. You would help that person. You would help that person. But I feel like this under pressure is the pressure that you give yourself to help other people. Sometimes you're not in a position to help somebody else, and you're helping other people, which is not a bad thing. It's never a bad thing to help other people, but you are a person as well. It's not just about other people. Oh, was that under pressure? I get it now. I get it. I sing and I don't even know I'm singing sometimes. I you know, sometimes someone speaks. Sometimes my daughters tell me, Mummy, today is going to be the day that I'm going to throw it back to you. Yeah, there's a lot of the same messages. Under pressure, a hyena playing dead. Playing dead. This is a really big... I feel that what's happening here... Thank you, Adriana. I do my best. There's a real big feeling about this whole reading, which is you're putting so much pressure on yourself that it's stopping you. It's like such a big weight on you that you don't feel able to move forward because of this weight that you feel that you're carrying. But that weight is really how you're speaking to yourself. It got you singing too. Woo! Yeah, how you're speaking to yourself, how you have been speaking to yourself. And it isn't easy to create a different way of speaking. It isn't, because we generally speak the way that we speak. And unless you listen to yourself, we don't really hear ourselves. I'm really pedantic with words. I'm annoying, but I like the annoying that I am, because it helps me to know how important words are and reminds me of how important words are. So, for example, if I hear someone saying I'm trying, and this is I'm trying energy, definitely. I'm trying. You're not trying, you're doing. Trying is, I want something to happen, but I don't really feel like it's happening. It is surrounded by doubts. I hate the word trying. Surrounded by doubt. So this playing dead, we play dead when we think that we're failing, when we're scared of being rejected, when we're fearful of failure. When we're putting energy into something, we're doing it. There isn't failure that comes out of that. There's only growth, experience, lessons. So I feel that this is a lot of how you have been speaking to yourself in the past. I do feel that you are giving yourself better talk now. But I feel like because you're not changed, you're feeling you haven't done enough, but it's a process. It's like, come on, give yourself a pat on the back because you deserve it. This is hard work. And any little bit of work that you're putting towards nurturing yourself, you're doing a great job. Because in this energy, to love yourself, to nurture yourself is not easy. So whatever you're doing to be able to plant a little bit of nurture into this day, a little bit of love and comfort to self, a hug to self in this day, a day like this, because I don't think of things as a week, a month. I think of each day, each moment, each second is a new moment, and things can change and we don't know when they're going to change. And I like that idea, because if it's not working particularly good, it could be amazing. And I don't think if it's amazing, it's going to go rubbish. No, but it could. And the point is just being open to all of it and learning from all of it and allowing yourself to grow through it without annoying yourself. The Jack, I haven't mentioned, is a perfectionist. So because the Jack is a perfectionist, it never believes that what it's doing is enough. As much as it doesn't believe itself is worthy enough, it doesn't believe that what it does is enough either, because it's a perfectionist. If you do anything, it's like that criticism part of you always comes out. And it's well done. Well done. I had a big conversation this morning with myself here. And it was about my exercises this morning. It was bloody hard to get out of bed this morning. It was damn hard to start the exercises, but I did it. And I didn't do all of the exercises, but I did it. I did what my capability was for today. Round of applause. Round of applause. And I'm not seeking it from you. It's what I had to give myself, so that I wouldn't start with, oh, but that was really rubbish, Bridgitte. You should have done better. You can do more than that. Why didn't you do that one? And why didn't you do... Come on, push yourself harder. And the whole way through what I was doing, I was telling myself, couche is, well done. It's in Yoruba. It's the automatic that comes out of me. Well done, well done. Great job. We're doing it. We're doing it. I know it's hard, but we're doing it. We're doing it. Keep pushing, keep pushing. Come on. Even on my walk this morning, I started off like this. And then at some point, come on, let's go. It completely changed the energy, did my morning. So that is the message for today, coming from these cards, but really mainly the Jack. And I'm going to come back to the champagne bottle and the clove and say that you have a lot to look forward to. There is a celebration here. Maybe it's your birthday, an anniversary. There's definitely something to celebrate here. It's going to be something that brings luck as well. But I also feel it is the universe, because we do have a name here, don't we, Ron? Yeah. And then we have the twos, and then we have the spirit message with the spades. So I do feel that this is a message letting you know that you have things to look forward to. It's not always going to feel heavy and low and sad. It's not always going to be that. This is something to look forward to. This is something to celebrate. And this is something that I feel that this is a message from Spirit for you to celebrate what you are doing. What you are doing with yourself around all of this. Because what you're experiencing at the moment is not easy. It's not easy. And let me give you a big hug. Energy hug. Ugh. Yeah, it's not easy. All right. I got you singing too. I got here because I hear your words of wisdom from the start. It all has been interesting. Adriana, it's lovely to have you as well. Really lovely to have you. Really love you. Love you. I do love you as well. But really lovely. I need to make this one. It's been really nice sharing today. I'm very I'm still high from my walk this morning, because my walk this morning was just spectacular, as I keep saying, and I'm still high from that walk. So it's amazing what nature can do for us, isn't it? Don't need any drugs, don't need anything. You just go out in nature and watch the amazingness of the morning unfold in front of you. Well, the sunrise, sunset, they're both beautiful. I like either. During the day is nice as well, but morning and when the sun's rising or sun's setting, it's got this different feeling in the air. In the mornings, it was really interesting because it started really purpley and pink and really aggressive and bright, and then it calmed down, and all of a sudden there was this area that was just peace. Just peace. It was, woo, look over there. It was, oh, I loved it. And I'm still reeling from it. So it's a really good idea, guys, to get out into nature, to be at one with nature, to feel grateful for all that we have in our world, all that we have in our life. I was talking to somebody yesterday, and you absorb the day whenever you can. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice when you do that. Yeah, I was talking to someone yesterday, and I was like, they were washing up at the time that I was talking to them, and I could feel their weight a bit. The weight, their energy weight. And I was like, you know, she was telling me, yeah, I need to find time to do this, and I need to find time to do that. And I was like, I think that maybe that's part of your problem, that you always feel you need to find time. Like at the moment you're washing up, and your mind is probably thinking, well, let me listen to what Bridgette's saying, and what am I doing after I'm finishing this washing up, and I've got a meeting in like 10 minutes, and your mind is all over the place. But so you're not actually with that washing up. But that washing up says a lot, because that washing up means you've eaten, you've provided your body with food, nutrients. It means that your family have eaten, which means that they are getting what they need to also be healthy. It means that you have a family to have, to give, to nurture, to love. Or these things are, they seem like nothing, but they're not nothing. There are so many lonely people in the world. When you have other people around you that love you, and they're there showing you that they love you, that is something to feel super grateful for. The feeling of love is uncomparable. Love and gratitude, it's the same thing for me. There's this, you can't get away from what it feels like. Well, you can, when you disconnect, but it's such a beautiful feeling when it's there. And then I was like, so like when you're brushing your teeth, oh, I love my teeth. Thank you so much, teeth. You allow me to chew my food. You allow me to eat well. You allow me to look nice, because without teeth, I'd look a mess. You allow me to be healthy. You allow me to have what I need in my life to keep myself healthy. As I'm getting dressed, thank you, body. Thank you, arms, for allowing me to give hugs to people that I love, for preparing dinners for my family, for doing whatever it is that I'm able to do with them. Thank you. Thank you for my legs that take me out in the mornings, and for my walks. This morning I was telling the lady, I'm so happy, the lady I walk with, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that I found you, and that we do these morning walks, and that you bring me out of my house, so that I get to really appreciate the beauty of a morning, the beauty of the day. There's so many things that we could always be grateful for, and they're in the mundane, because in the mundane is where we spend most of our time. If you're only looking for gratitude from these amazing things that happen in our life, then it means the mundane is all being forgotten. But the mundane is what is really the majority of your day, the majority of life. And it's really the appreciation of what you're able to do in your day that makes your day feel good. So, yeah. All right, I'm off. I think that's enough for today. I'm in a very chatty mood today, can you tell? Yesterday, after about 20 minutes, I was like, right, I've got nothing to say today. It was a different day. But today, I am high, like a kite. High like a bird in a tree. A song just come to my head. I'll be down by the river, waiting for the good Lord to pass my way. Right, so I will be back tomorrow, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful day today. Let me write my message before I go, because I'll forget to do it. Lauren Hill. I love Lauren Hill. I love her. All right. So you have a wonderful day, a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever it is for you. A fascinating rest of the day. I'm going to make it a fascinating rest of the day, Adriana. I'm going to make it that. That's a lovely word, a fascinating day. I'm going to make it that. That is my intention for today. I am having a fascinating day. And you can have a fascinating day as well if you make it your intention. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Bye.